Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to tell you guys five ways that you can read more. I personally use these tips except like one, but this other one helps someone else. But these 5 tips to help you read more and get back into reading, because I know there's like these slumps that readers get in the middle of like the year. It's really weird. Though actually fall is kind of like the vibey one where you want to read. It's getting cold, you want to stay inside and cuddle up with a blanket and a book. But I know some of us, we get into these ruts where we don't want to read. So this video I hope will help you. But before we get into that list, please like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below so you can be notified whenever I put up any new content. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So the first tip I have is to read the first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning, you read. So I have been doing this, though actually the books I have now, I'm reading them like during the day, so it's really nice. But when I was in the rut, I started reading in the morning. Like I would just literally get up from my bed and sit on my couch and read, grab a book and just read it. I would do like 1 or 2 chapters a day, and it just really helped because then in my head it was like, okay, it's out of the way, I'm done reading and it's done. But it's also that first thing, it's like it's simple enough to get up and read. It's simple enough that you don't have to do that much. Does that make sense? Like you're not getting up and working out, you're getting up and reading, so it's not that much work. I know it sounds weird, but yes, that is true. So I definitely recommend just when you wake up to read, and that's it. Number 2 is make a reading list. Now I made reading lists for the longest time, and I usually do them seasonally, but reading lists help you because you're looking forward to what you're about to read. You get to choose all these books, you get to buy all these books, and then you're just looking forward to what you're gonna read in the future. Like I was super excited to read Project Hail Mary, which is in my fall reading list, and though it wasn't that great, it was definitely a book that I was looking forward to read, and it helped me read it. Now the next book was an amazing book, and it just keeps going. Like every single book is just an amazing book that you're looking forward to reading. So I definitely recommend making these lists. I don't recommend the monthly list unless you're like a really like hardcore reader, because monthly lists, and when I used to do them, it was like 10 books in a month, and I'm like, it was never realistic. I never actually read like 10 books in a month unless I kind of just like skimmed read it or like not fully read word for word. Like I could do that with non-fiction books, definitely not fiction books. So I do 3 months, and then I choose the books that I want to read in those 3 months. So every season it's quite nice, and I kind of love it. So that's normally how I do it. You could do monthly if that's what you want. You could choose like 2 books for a month, but that is a reading list, and you have these books that you're going to read for that period of time. Number 3, it's reading books that I actually like. So though I am trying new genres right now, when I'm in a rut, I don't read books that I know I'm like gonna struggle getting through. Like if it's like a hardcore what was that book, like Les Miserables, it's like a hardish book where sometimes it doesn't flow very well, like certain things like that. I'm not saying Les Miserables doesn't do that. It's just saying it's a harder book to read. So I normally jump to like YA. That's like the books that I can normally read like quickly off the bat and get back into reading. Or children's books are really easy. Self-help books I normally love. So get books that you know you'll enjoy. Usually it's like the simpler books that we love, but every person is different, everyone loves different genres. So just grab a book that you love, and then you'll be able to, grab a book that genre you like, and then you'll be able to jump back into reading. Because if you try to read a hard book that you're like not sure if you're gonna actually like it, why put yourself through that when you're in a rut? Just read a book that you love. Or at least that you know you'll like. Another little thing with that, if you don't like the book, put it down. You do not have to finish that book. I started doing that, and it's made my life so much easier because I felt like I need to finish the book, and you really don't. There was this Russian book that I was reading, and I'm like, it's not that good, and it was just poems, and then it was fascinatingly like written. It was interesting, but I didn't finish the book because I was just like, okay, I'm not even sure what's going on completely. It was really weird. So I just put it down and stopped reading it. So that one was for school, and somehow I was able to write a paper about it. Google's your best friend in that part. But anywho, point is, put down the book if you do not like it or you're not enjoying. Number 4 is to track your books and the ones you're reading through Goodreads. I know there's probably other apps out there, but I really enjoy Goodreads. I do have it on my phone, I believe. Like, I'm not good at posting the new ones, but I like every season, like I'm able to like get this chunk of books like added to my list. I'm like, yes, I read these like 20 books. So, and it looks like really nice. But tracking your books through the app is really good, and it kind of keeps you accountable, if that helps. Reading should be like a great pastime, but sometimes you do have to force it to make it a habit. You kind of have to force it sometimes. So tracking it through Goodreads and like connecting with friends and all that good fun stuff on Goodreads is really cool. So I would definitely try Goodreads. And maybe, I don't know, maybe like you can do something like on Instagram or all the other lovely social media apps. But I don't know, I like Goodreads for that. Number 5, and our last lovely thing, is to download Kindle and listen to audiobooks or just read them on your phone or your Kindle app, whatever. This is the one I cannot do. I kind of hate reading on my phone, or I just got an iPad and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hate reading on that thing anyways. I love the feeling of the book. It's like I have nostalgia for that. I love the feeling, I love the smell of books and all that. But if you don't care about it and you want to read more, you can definitely use the Kindle app. My mom loves it. She reads like a ton of books on that thing, and it's like the best thing for her. I have a lot of friends who love reading, like, well, they read like with audiobooks because they just listen to it and they're able to work and listen to the audiobook. All the work that I do, I can't be listening to a story. I would get lost and confused, and 10 minutes will pass and I have no idea what the heck is going on. So I can't do that. But it helps other people, and I would definitely recommend all these. If you are one of those people that your work is not like so much that you have to really think about it, it's just more like manual, then definitely do it. Or you have like a long drive, definitely do audiobooks. If you're like if you're taking a train to work, you can have your Kindle, and that is a lot easier to read than taking a book. I love taking books everywhere. I buy my bags based on the ability of holding the books. I am slightly a weirdo on that, but that is fine. Such a nerd. But that's the point. So anyway, those are the 5 things that I recommend for you to help get out of that rut that you're in and start reading more. Or these are like 5 little extra things that you can do. They're not exactly big things, but they help you keep track of your reading and just get back into it. So let me know what you do down below to read more. I know these are not the only 5 tips. There's like a bunch everywhere online. So let me know what you do down below and maybe help someone out to get out of the rut. But thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys.